These new revelations come less than a week after Mr. Trump's private summit meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. To help put it all into perspective, NewsHour Weekend special correspondent Jeff Greenfield joins us now from Santa Barbara. So Jeff, are we in the same political place now than we were before the summit happened?
It may seem improbable, but I would argue we are. You have to go back 3 years to the very start of Donald Trump's campaign when he insulted Mexico. He had harsh words about John McCain. The feeling was this is going to be fatal. And ever since, no matter what he said and done, everything that for other candidates or presidents might be disastrous has not changed the reality. The majority of Americans disapprove, but huge majorities of Republicans approve. And just today we learned from a new Washington Post ABC poll that most Republicans, by large majorities, approve of what he did at Helsinki at the summit, even though most Americans in general don't. That pattern seems like it just keeps going on.
What about when members of his own party turn against him or criticize him?
Here again, the normal situation is that when a president's own party turns against him with harsh words, that has an impact. And yet, despite the criticism from Republican congressional leaders, folks on Fox News, former House Speaker Gingrich, to say this was really a bad week, the dust clears, and Trump supporters say, no, if Trump says something is true, it's true.
So is it time for us to start calling it maybe a different party then? If there is a chunk of the party that is so loyal to the president that it actually finds that disagreement from the party leadership only strengthens the president's position?
For now, I think it's true. He has totally redefined what a Republican is, whether the issue is free trade, tough on Russia, deficits. We're going to have $1 trillion deficit next year. This was absolute heresy in the old Republican Party, but for the Trump followers, it doesn't seem to be.
All right, let's talk about the other stories of significance this week that you actually follow fairly often and say sometimes it gets snowed over by how much Trump occupies the media sphere.
Yeah, I know I keep coming back to the point, but it keeps happening. What was the big story, say, 9 days ago? The separation of children from their parents because of ICE. Or take a more subtle one, the dismembering of the Affordable Care Act. You've had the end of the individual mandate, massive cutback on subsidies to the insurance exchanges, shrinking the outreach program. And Trump announced this week this big new initiative. We're going to have association health plans to let individuals and small businesses band together. That was a signature argument of his campaign. And you know what the Independent Business Federation has said? Unworkable, can't do it. And what that suggests in terms of rising premiums that have already gone up a third is going to have an enormous impact on millions of Americans. And it's almost hard to find a sentence about that in the media because of the crowding out issue.
And finally, what about this number of stories that we're seeing about the Democratic Party and the pressure it's facing from the left?
Look, I think this has to be put in context. The idea that this suddenly happened because a young woman socialist won a congressional primary in New York. Let's remember that 2 years ago, a socialist named Bernie Sanders got 13 million primary votes for president. So this is not exactly a sudden lurch.
Yeah.
And the second thing to remember is you're not seeing the left challenge centrist Democrats in competitive races. Joe Manchin's the most conservative Democrat in the Senate from West Virginia. There's no primary challenge. The celebration about Conor Lamb, a centrist Democrat winning a congressional seat in Pennsylvania, tells you that by and large, the Democrats are focused on trying to retake the House and the Senate. If I can mention one more thing, next week we're going to take a look at why, uniquely in America, socialism has never caught on as a major political force. We'll be talking about that next week.
All right, we'll look forward to it. NewsHour Weekend special correspondent Jeff Greenfield joining us from California. Thanks so much.
Thank you.